watch this next segment. Doctors at Parkland Memorial Hospital in Dallas speaking out today about treating the police officers who were ambushed last Thursday. One of them is Dr. Brian Williams. He was a trauma surgeon on duty. He says the experience is personal for him and he thinks about it every day.
I understand the anger and the frustration and distrust of law enforcement, but they are not the problem. The problem is the lack of open discussions about the impact of race relations in this country. And I think about it every day, that I was unable to save those cops when they came here that night. It weighs on my mind constantly. This killing, it has to stop.
Dr. Brian Williams joins me now. Thank you, doctor. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm getting by.
Yeah, and that was just a courtesy. How are you? But really, I was watching you today. How are you doing? How are you doing?
How am I doing? That is somewhat difficult to answer. I go hour to hour. This incident has been playing in my mind constantly. It's like this bad movie on an endless loop. But going to work has forced me to kind of push it aside temporarily, but it continues to break through. And I discuss it a lot with my wife. We talk about it at work. But I have not fully had a chance to just sit back and process really what actually happened.
Yeah. I thought it was really profound when you said, because it was very simple, you said, I don't know what I'm going to do with all of this. You don't know from moment to moment what you're going to do, right?
That's true. I know for me, I have to do something. I don't know what that it's going to be or when. I'm savvy enough to recognize that there is an issue, just haven't taken that next step.
Yeah. Well,
I still think about the officers and the families and the men that were killed in Baton Rouge in Minnesota last week, and I compare my situation to theirs, and it's hard for me to focus on myself right now.
It's a real, if we can just for a moment though, if you will indulge me, it's a real tug of war for you because you're a successful surgeon. Obviously going to do your job. You have tremendous respect for law enforcement, but you said while you are a successful surgeon and you do have respect for law enforcement, that you fear them at the same time. That's not something that one of your friends sitting there, a fellow surgeon and friend, sitting there as a white person does not have to deal with. It's help America understand the conflict that you have as a black man.
Well, clearly when I'm at work dressed in my white coat, the reactions I get from individuals and the officers I deal with on a daily basis is much different than what I would get